As I stated yesterday, the ban has been lifted and I can now go live. I'm not sure why I wasn't able to go live or what I did that was incorrect, but I'm sure that everybody's taking a look at the marches that happened this weekend by the young people that were anti-Second Amendment. And I praise all the people who supported these young people, and if you believe in something, to protest, to let your voice be heard. I totally agree with that. What I don't agree with is that you're teaching them to protest, but whine and cry like babies when people do not agree with you. I don't understand that. You know, you can teach your kids to stand up for their rights, but at the same time, what I need you to do is tell your kids to respect others' rights. Now to the Second Amendment. I will say this. Nobody wants school shootings. Nobody wants to bury their children before themselves. Nobody wants that. And if anybody who does is psychotic or has some kind of mental problem, nobody wants that. So these children are taught that if you are pro-Second Amendment, then you are all for shooting up schools. That is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard in my life. That's not what that means. What they need to do is be honest with their children. And at the same time, us conservatives need to be honest of what we mean by the Second Amendment. Now, a lot of you guys out there say, well, I like the Second Amendment simply because I hunt. Well, the Second Amendment mentions nothing of hunting. I don't hunt, I own guns. There's a reason I own guns. That I can sit here and be narrow-minded and say, I own guns because it's my right. That's not why I own guns. I own guns because of the Second Amendment. Because the Second Amendment was written for the protection of the people. That they not be taken over by a tyrannical government. Now, I'm not saying that our government is right now being tyrannical. Are they being controlling? Are they meddling and going too far into people's homes? Of course they are. But as far as being tyrants, I really can't say that right now. But if you think for 1 second that things like that can't happen, then you do not understand history. See, while you're telling these children out there and you're hiding behind them with your propaganda, be honest and tell them why you want the Second Amendment taken out. Tell them the real reason why. Because I'll tell you why. I don't have the Second Amendment to hunt. I'll be honest with that. And the rest of us need to be honest with that. Tell them why. And if you think for 1 second that a government cannot become tyrannical, I want you to remember this. Hitler kissed the babies and took the guns before he slaughtered millions of Jews. He did the exact same thing. So when liberals tell me the honest reason why they want my weapon, besides, oh, we want to prevent mass shootings, that's not the case. If you wanted to prevent mass shootings, you would quit pumping these mind-altering drugs into all of our children who just might be hyper, who just might not be just like the next student. You would stop doing that. You would quit ignoring crimes committed by teenagers. You would investigate when you are called for outrageous teenagers. You would do a lot of things. So it's not about you want to prevent school shootings. There's a lot of ways to prevent school shootings. But you're ignoring them. You're ignoring the fact that the majority of our young youths and our children are pumped with so many drugs that they're not even a person that they were when they were born. Now you understand this. Anybody who takes drugs, that's not that person. A crackhead never steals from his mother unless he's on crack. He doesn't do it. So I need people to be honest. We need the Second Amendment. Nobody wants school shootings just because they believe in the Second Amendment. Read and understand what it's about. And all you Democrats, ACLU and the rest of you, quit hiding behind children. That's like putting a baby in front of your face when somebody points a gun to you. I'm Deion Alexander. American first.